Let some time for people to come on in. I'm gonna light my incense. Peace, power, and protection reflections. I hope y'all staying dangerous. I'm gonna give about 2 or 3 more minutes for other members to join. I hope y'all staying dangerous tonight. Thank you for tuning in. Peace, peace, quest for the truth. You the first one up in the chat. Peace, 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 Emmy 30. Peace, sis. I know that who that is. Peace, you guys. Peace, power, and protection. We're gonna start in a couple minutes. I'm just waiting for trying to give everybody, adequate time because I was gonna start at 10, but y'all, the plasma energy is so high right now in the sky. I got caught up on the porch actually watching a cosmic battle in the air. Y'all, it's some magnificent stuff that's going on. Bro, if you got a spiritual eye, you over and understand what's coming. You enter and understand, like, tonight, I was on my porch. I'm just burning some time trying to give some more people a little bit of time to come on. So I'm going to tell y'all my little story while we wait. So I was on my little balcony, on my balcony. And the balcony overlooks, yes, we in the thick of it, nephew. We sure is, bro. Look, I'm on the porch. I'm on the balcony. I'm looking over the Everglades, yo. It's like this big cloud, bro. It looked just like a ship, bro. It was like two of them just out there. So I started talking to the cloud. I'm like, bro, I'm tired. We need some help. We need some help. Peace, peace. Soon as I said we need some help, bro, plasma lightning just started taking off through through that cloud, through the cloud I was talking to, because it was two clouds. The one on the other side didn't nothing happen with that one. It just all of a sudden started lighting up. You understand? Plasma energy going through it. So I'm like, is that cloud like responding? Like, is that like energy? So I started, you understand, I was out there playing with the plasma, yo, with my hands and playing with the plasma, yo. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, y'all, I promise y'all, a plasma beam came and orbed. I put it in the group. Yo, a beam came and just orbed from right out of that damn cloud, yo. It was sitting there and it was stationary. At first, I thought it was a plane until it didn't flash none of, the plainly colors. It didn't look like a plane. So I'm looking at it. I'm looking at it. Then I go to like talking to it. It started moving. It started moving. I'm like, oh my goodness. Like it was something I ain't never think I'd see in my life, y'all. Like it was man, we in the thick of it, bro. If you got a spiritual eye, I'm telling you. So I was out there on the porch, bro. I promise you. And I was talking to that being telepathically, yo, and it was doing all kind of jumping, and then I was using my hands, and every time I put my XM up, the damn cloud would start lightning. Then all of a sudden, these motherfuckers sent helicopters, y'all. I ain't bullshit. They sent helicopters, y'all, into the cloud, back over by where I was at. A couple of times they flew past me, and it's so much activity in the air right now here in Boynton Beach. It's so many, man, it's so many planes, so many of them aliens up there, bro. Look, it's some real Naga shit going down tonight. So that's what I was out there doing. I was out there watching the plasma beams, watching these motherfuckers scramble. It just so happened that the title of this lecture is or this discussion is we the real extraterrestrials, because it's really some extraterrestrial shit going on out here. And if you really is an extraterrestrial, you got a straight direct line to what's happening. And I literally seen my ships, and I literally see them fighting above my head right now tonight outside. And it's all kind of planes and shit that keep on flying over there. All of these damn aliens that's in these fucking crop duster planes and shit that people think, you understand, ain't nobody up there chemtrailing except for the aliens that's been here, motherfucker. I promise y'all, bro. Grand evening, tribe. So anyway, so that's my story. So that's why I'm late. You understand? Because then I had to condition my hair, and I was gonna come on here with y'all for real with my cap on. I promise you. Look, this my cat. I was finna come with that mug on, but I was like, that's just too raw. Like y'all ain't ready for a conditioning cap, Neff. You understand? They probably delete my whole page. You understand? Because it can get real raw. So anyway, y'all, abundance. So let's get started. So you guys, speaking of extraterrestrial and stuff like that, I want to start this discussion out with an article. Okay, you guys. Hold on a second. Let me find it. All right, I'm gonna show y'all the article too. I'm finna show y'all it. The title of this article is Stanford researchers, right, developed brain implant capable of decoding inner speech now, you guys, in real time, bringing society closer to the era of brain transparency, y'all. Okay, so these motherfuckers is so inorganic right now that they out here putting chips. But understand, they already had this technology. That's what they've been doing, bro. But they gotta put chips in their brain to read other people's thoughts telepathically. But this is something that if you a plasma being, you can do naturally. But the thing about this is, and what's going on before I get into this article, because I'm gonna show it to y'all too, is that they don't want people to be able to see the difference. We out here right now, mad telepathic, yo, mad telepathic. Anybody that's on the wave know what I'm talking about. It's bouncing like a bitch right now. Everybody is in tune. Everybody is aligned with what's going on. That really got a soul. That really know. That's telepathy. You enter and overstand. That's what that is. You enter and overstand being able to tap your records of Akash, all of this type of stuff that we talk about. That's what these people don't have because they not telepathic, because they ain't got no soul. That's the first thing. And the second thing is because they ain't telepathic, they can't be extraterrestrial, because in order to be extraterrestrial, that comes from the consciousness. The consciousness is what gives you the extra territories, and the consciousness is what's going to get you up out of here. And that's what these people know. And that's why they signaling in articles like this, you guys, about that stuff. So let's get into it. I know dusted myself off enough with my thing now, so now I could get into the article. All right. So let's see. Let me see. I'm trying to get it where y'all could see it. So this the title of it, y'all. You see that? Say Stanford scientists develop brain implant capable of decoding inner speech. You see this man sitting here, right? Okay. So they researching this, you guys, because like I said, they don't want people to be able to tell a difference. If everybody get chipped up, then you ain't gonna know who actually had the natural ability and who didn't. They don't have the natural ability to read inner thoughts or even probably have an inner thought, because in order to do all of this type of stuff, you got to have a soul. And if you got a soul, then you already an extraterrestrial. You don't got to be no, ain't no such thing as an alien. You understand, like outer, you understand the space is in our mind. The extra territories is in our mind. Now, do we have star family? Yes, but that's dimensional. And even that's got to do with the consciousness. That's got to do with the consciousness of Tiamat. You understand? Our consciousness as it rises helps us to plateau to new dimensions with our conscious level. In between sleep wake cycles, dream and wake states, you understand, daydream and stuff like that, tapping into our records of Akash. Tiamat, what we know as the earth, is also a plasma being. So when she raises in consciousness, dimensions split and converge. You understand, because her consciousness is a different type of magnetism, but it's all a macrocosm and a microcosm. And the microcosm is the omniverse. All of everything that you could ever think of and everything that will ever be is all converging and diverging at the same time. And all of the beings and everything that we always been, is all converging and diverging all at the same time. So enter and understand, if you got a soul right now, you on the conscious loop of the cosmos where everything else is on. What Tiamat is on, that's why she's splitting, that's why she's changing, that's why we seeing the interdimensional beings now that I'm talking about, because we done split dimensions literally. You understand what I'm saying? And as the plasma energy rises on this earth, you're going to be able to see more, because that's her form of consciousness. You understand? We got the plasma inside of us. You understand? We are a supercell. We got all of these, we got millions of cells, but understand, they go off of plasma energy. You a supercell. You understand what I'm saying? You a omega particle. That's your soul. Now, Tiamat, okay, that's a being as well. She's living. If she wasn't living, none of us wouldn't be. You understand? If she wasn't living, she couldn't give life. Every planetary body is a feminine. That's the first thing we need to over and understand. And so Tiamat has a consciousness too. And it's on a sine wave too. And if you look, you can see her consciousness. You understand what I'm saying? Because when we loop to her consciousness, that's how we loop to other dimensions. Enter and understand what I'm saying. You the microcosm in the macrocosm. You can feel the frequency. We frequency, what? Light, what? And sound. So that means that we can harmonize with the frequency of Tiamat, with her brain waves, as you would call them, okay, if you want to call it that. That's what you call an atmosphere, but really that's her brain waves and everything like that. If you really want to look at it like that, that's her magnetism. You understand? That's radiating off. That's consciousness of the earth. You understand what I'm saying? And as that raises or whatever, the dimensions can raise and you can see other dimensions, and portals are open up and different things like that. And portals is opening up in you right now too, ain't they? Think about what I'm saying. Because what's happening within you is happening within her, and is what's happening within her is what's happening in the omniverse, not the universe, because you the universe. You, every being with a soul is its own universe. These people want you to think that the universe is outside of you, so you'll be confused about who you are. You are a universe, bro. This is just an avatar. Your soul got plenty other ones. Look, I ain't getting on that stuff about them brothers and that. We ain't even gonna have that discussion. If you on that frequency right now tonight, you could just exit off the chat, because that's the main reason why I'm not on social media tonight. I'm not even finna give the negativity, the spell work, the demon casting. You need to go cleanse yourself if that's on your mind real hard, bro. But keep it real with you, because I'm talking about some real Naga stuff, and the first thing that come up in your mind is a distraction. So you distracted. So maybe you need to exit the chat and go and get yourself spiritually in tune and come back. Because we on here and we about real business tonight. We ain't on the bullshit. So don't ever approach me with the bullshit while I'm in the middle of talking about some real stuff that's finna save the people who on here. Fuck that. If you want to talk about that shit, you could take your ass to Instagram, IG, Facebook, all of these low vibrational spiritual teachers that's talking about it, all of them motherfuckers that's posting all of this demonic spell work and cast the demons, take that shit over there. But don't bring that type of frequency over here to our cipher, bro. I'll cut you off. You about to get. So I'm finna move forward. Yeah, I'm gonna need some moderators. Let me see. Hold up. All right, Susan. Who else? Do you want to be a moderator, nephew? Because if they get crazy, kick them up out of here. They talk about the foolishness, get them up out of the chat, bro. You need to, go walk it out or something, for real. But anyway, so like I was talking about, so the cosmic frequency, if you got a soul right now, you in tune with what's going on in the cosmos right now. You know that there's more happening than what's going on just here. Your telepathy and your telepathic abilities is starting to come online and do so much stuff for you. You enter and overstand. And if you having these experiences, y'all know what I'm talking about. Then you know, like, bruh, it's some real miraculous stuff that's going on right now for some of us. And I think this is a wonderful time to be alive if you're not distracted. But if you're distracted on the wrong thing, you can't be ascended. So, like I was saying, so this article right here, y'all, it came out today, right? And so it's talking about the Stanford scientists, and they got this little brain chip implant. Let me see. Y'all see the little head right there with the little damn shit on it. Okay, y'all, this shit crazy as hell. Okay, crazy. All right. So listen to the summary of the article. I'm going to just give y'all the summary and then I'm going to go off of there. Okay. So it says Stanford researchers advanced brain computer interface technology, BCI. Okay. Keep that in your head, BCI. So they have advanced brain computer interface technology. That's that Neuralink bullshit, all of that stuff, because they neurons ain't linked up. Okay. All right. By decoding inner speech, internal monologue. How in the world? Now, y'all just think about what I'm saying here for a second, because I have to ask questions. How in the world can a computer read something that's in another dimension? Your soul in another dimension. That inner monologue come from another dimensional plane. So how are you going to tell me that something that's just reading electro frequencies, okay, or waves here can get out of this dimensional plane and read the real, you understand those frequencies? Somebody need to explain that to me. That's wild in itself. So that's telling you right now that they putting something in you that's on the what? Quantum, where your soul reside. And that ought to tell you right there, enough is enough. So, all right. It says with the implants reading neural signals in 4 people with severe movement disorders. How you know it's reading signals and not putting signals in there? You don't. Okay, let's keep on going. It says, unlike past devices requiring strenuous attempts to vocalize, this system decoded silently imagined words, drawing from 125,000 word vocabulary with real-time accuracy rates from 46 to 72%. 46 to 72% is still 46% is failing, and a 74% is a D. Okay. maybe a C. Shit, I ain't never made no 74%. Everything I did was above 90. I'm sorry, you understand? Y'all have to, you understand? But I'm just saying, they'll tell you something, you understand what I'm saying, but you really got to analyze it, try, because, okay, this is saying that it had a real time accuracy of 46 to 74%. Well, that's not that accurate. Bro, that's not even accurate enough for a standardized test that you would take a at home test, okay? That was the accuracy of them COVID-19 kits that fucked everybody up. Okay, was about 74%. Okay, but let's keep on going. All right, it says that the study confirmed that the motor cortex, I'm sorry, activates similarly during both attempted and inner speech, right? Though inner speech produces weaker signals. Now, y'all catch that. I'm going to read that again. It says the study confirmed that the motor cortex activates similarly during both attempted and inner speech. So think about this, when you having your inner thoughts, it also activates your primary motor complex. That makes perfect sense. Okay. Now think about it. And then it says, and inner speech does this through producing weaker signals. So therefore, when you in your conscious thought, you understand what I'm saying. It doesn't even have to send as strong of a signal to your motor cortex for it to activate. You understand what I'm saying? So what is our motor cortex in control of? Every fucking thing, bro. That's motorized in your body, bro. So now you in there and understand when you hitting on the consciousness loop, we activating and you actually having physical manifestations of getting higher conscious thoughts because it's actually doing something to your motor complex and activating that as well. You in there and understand? So out of the three participants, supposedly, okay, one participant had nearly 99% accuracy using a mental password, chitty chitty bang bang, to enable or disable the system. That's too common of a word for me, but we're going to let them have that, okay? A breakthrough against involuntary decoding of private thoughts. Now, y'all, how common is that saying chitty chitty bang bang? And the computer guessed that that was the password, and now all of a sudden it's not. Man, y'all, they be coming up with all kind of stuff. Okay, the technology also revealed cases of unintended inner speech, such as counting shapes, raising red flags around cognitive privacy. Okay, in response, the team implemented privacy safeguards, including filtering out inner speech data and requiring user intent to initiate the decoding. So, okay, so you put the chip in the people, then the chip went to override and what you was telling it to, and just went to read and they thought supposedly on its own. And so you had to go back in and modify the computer algorithm to try to put in a safeguard so that the computer chip or whatever won't just, or whatever they got in there, the computer system won't just read your thoughts on its own. If it can read thoughts, it could put thoughts in there too. They fucking with these people consciousness, bro. Because if it could read a thought, think about it, it could read a frequency, then it could put a frequency in there too to make you think something else. It's food for thought, y'all. You enter and understand this is the type of research that these people is doing. You enter and understand, or has already been done and implemented with some of these people. You understand? By the time it come out in a news article, y'all, I could tell you for facts it's already been done for years. Cause bruh, I was working on the C-19 vaccine in 2011, bro. It hit y'all, and you understand by the time it done hit up here, you see how many years later that is? 2011 To now, what I've researched just getting published and stuff now, they just talking about it now, just figuring it out supposedly. So what I'm telling you is this research, oh bro, they been known this. You just getting the article now. This is the shit that they want you to know. The shit that they don't want you to know ain't gonna be published. And the shit that they put in the article already done been done. So that means some motherfuckers already walking around here with chips in their head that could read your fucking private thoughts. Know this. Could connect to you just like a fucking Bluetooth. Let's go. This is what's important. You enter and understand, because you could be getting consciously attacked and not even know what the fuck going on. If you real telepathic, you already know that you could be feeling other people's thoughts, you understand, and not even want to. So enter and understand, they got a device now that could get to those brainwaves supposedly, or a chip now, you understand, that could supposedly get to them brainwaves. It's something very interesting. It's something to really pay attention to. All right. So the lead researcher acknowledged ethical risks, but emphasized the focus remains on aiding people who can't speak. However, experts warned that expanding capabilities bring societies closer to an era of brain transparency, okay, where unspoken thoughts could be exposed. Now, y'all, listen. Brain transparency is a simulation of what we is in the all. This is hell. Wake up. And hell is trying to simulate heaven at all times. When your consciousness, when you leave this body, and your soul goes back to the summit where we all reside, we all on one consciousness stream and on one accord, and everything is transparent, okay? You fall in dimensional planes in conscious density when you have what you would call maybe karma, or things that you need to work out within yourself, so that you work out all of the carnal pleasures, everything that you need to work out before you come back to the summit in the wholeness. Because when you in the wholeness, everybody can read everybody's thoughts. There's nothing to hide because everybody knows everything. You enter and understand. So you need to work out all of the, you know what I'm saying, everything down here in the densities. And as you work those out and you erase those, what you would call, some people call karmic debt, but really it's just frequencies, you understand. As you dissipate those energies, as you close those consciousness loops, you ascend in consciousness, you understand. And once you reach up to the summit, you understand, where we all are or reside as souls, you enter and understand. That's when you can tune into everybody and read everybody's thoughts. And some of us here right now can read other people's thoughts and stuff like that. Feel other people's energy. I can definitely feel other people's energy. That's why I'm burning this incense. All right. So what else was I going to say? So another thing that I wanted to talk to y'all about. So I think we covered the extraterritorials. You understand? I've covered before on many lectures. You understand what I'm saying? The extraterritorial comes from the consciousness. You enter and understand. You got extraterrestrial. You got extra territories, not just here, but in other dimensional planes. You enter and understand. Hell, people don't even know all about this plane right here, because it's an ice wall that's getting knocked down, and it's whole lands and stuff outside of what people here even know of, and beings too. And that's another thing. You enter and understand, like they be talking and people don't even over and understand what's going on. They be talking about immigration and all of this stuff. People thinking they talking about moving bodies, moving these people. No, they setting prices, okay, to get people to the stable land. They putting tariffs on these rich families and these aliens. I'm trying to tell y'all what's going on. To be able to come certain places, y'all, you got to really think about what's going on. It's a big picture and then it's a little picture. It's the picture that they show you and then it's what's really going on. These words that these people speak is all spells. You understand what I'm saying? It's all spells. That's the first thing. So if you over and understand that, then what you have to do, you have to decode the spell and the spelling to even know what is going on. And if you on the surface, you understand the show that they showing you, you understand what I'm saying, then you're not gonna be able to catch what's really going on the in between. You understand? Because they want you on the surface. They want you to think that all of this is about immigration of human beings, but it ain't got nothing to do with human beings right now. Even though they're making it look like it do. They already know what's getting ready to happen to the human beings that's here. That's why they trying to replace human beings. You understand? Mankind, kind of like the original man, with robotics, and not trying to replace. They already have. Like I think 67,000 people lost their jobs last month to AI. Like they rolling it out very, very fast too, because they know what's coming. And so that's another thing that I want to talk about. You got to give yourself time to activate. You got to give yourself time to grow. These people want to catch you up and stifle you up before you can get where you need to go, before you can ascend, and keep you looped down here and keep you in distress. They want your body, whether it's hot, in prison, or somewhere as a slave and servitude, mentally and physically, or cold in the ground where they could come and collect your soul because you ain't ascended enough and you get looped right back into another cycle of this hell. So let's talk about it. What is they showing you right now? They showing you that they're going into every major city that there is, and who is the people that they running up on? Melanated people right now, okay? I don't see them in no sundown towns or nothing. Them people be breaking just as many laws, be smoking on their porch and everything. I'm sorry, I had to remove him. He got a very bad frequency on him, and I can't take it. So moving on. I had to just pause. You understand? Like sometimes shit'll pause you. You understand? You try to give a person a hint like they frequency fucked up and they need to go cleanse, and a motherfucker don't want to listen. I thought I made you the moderator. I hit the wrong person. Child, I couldn't even see. I ain't know what was going on. I hit the wrong person, child. I guess I was trying to hit you and hit him. But anyway, we go move forward. Because I was like, why Susan ain't done hit him yet? You understand? But not understand. I done hit the wrong dang old person as the moderator. Okay. But let's move forward. You understand? Let's move forward. Bless his heart. I hope he get what he need. Throw a one in the chat if y'all could see me and hear me, because it looked like my chat done start lagging. Can y'all still hear me? Yes, I did hit you. So why is you, what is going on? This why I had this instant tonight, because I knew it was gonna be some shit. It won't. I can't figure out how to remove this motherfucker. Fine, you could just stay in here with your demonic ass energy, because I'm tired of being distracted. So anyway, moving forward, because I can't get that motherfucker up off of here. If somebody, Susan, if you know how to get them up off the chat, get them up off the chat. If not, we just gonna have to deal with the stupidity. I'm for real. You in there and overstand, because I don't appreciate it. Like, you coming in my chat with the motherfucking bullshit right now. And I really don't appreciate you being a damn distraction. So if you ain't here to listen and you here to just talk some bullshit, some random dumbass shit, you need to exit the fucking chat. You done distracted me for the last fucking 3 to 4 goddamn minutes with your demonic ass fucking frequency on this bitch. So now I'm finna give your stupid ass what you want. Get the fuck off the chat. Take your demonic ass and get them fucking demons up off your ass. And then come back around somebody when you got your fucking frequency right. Or don't never come back around me, because you really don't want to fucking piss me off. Because I'll go to telling all your fucking raggedy ass business on this chat right now. Because I can see every fucking thought you got. And I can see every fucking dark, fucked up thing you ever did. And that's why I'm burning this fucking incense, because it's disturbing me. Fucking demons. This is what I'm talking about, the telepathy. When you could read a motherfucker's thoughts for real, when you could see what they done for real, when you could see every fucking thing. That's why motherfuckers is in hell, bitch, because you need to work on that nasty ass shit you got going the fuck on in your goddamn head, because I fucking don't want to see the shit, don't want to feel the shit. Man, fuck him. He come on here and comment again. I'm getting ready to give his whole life to goddamn YouTube. Every fucking thing he doing. Now try me. You'll be embarrassed like hell, because this is what I'm talking about. When you get to the summit, everybody can read your thoughts. I'm on the summit and I'm down here at the same time, so I can see every fucking thing about your dumb ass. That's why I tried to tell your ass to exit the motherfucking chat and go work on that goddamn demon that's on your fucking back. You in here talking about men in dresses. Why are you worried about men in fucking dresses? I don't give a fuck if he comment or not no more. Because if you want to smoke, if demons want to smoke, I absorb them. And I'm finna put his ass in the light. So if you come back on here with the bull fucking shit, everybody get ready to know every fucking thing about you. Because I'm finna read every fucking demonic, nasty ass thought, nasty ass thing you ever did in your life. And we gonna take about 30 minutes just talking about your demonic ass tonight. And the fucked up shit you done on this earth plane. You one of the main motherfuckers that ain't finna ascend. And distracting everybody else who is moving forward. So like I was saying, and I mean this, tribe, you in there and understand the extra territories, you understand the extra consciousness, you understand, like that article that I just read. They using brain computer interfaces, okay? They went from HMIs, like human machine interfaces. You understand what I'm saying? That's the type of stuff that I program, you understand? And now they're talking about BCIs. But we always known that BCIs existed, yo. We always done been talking about that some of these people is mock robots. Some of these people is what? The Manchurian candidate. Some of these people is being what? Controlled by other things. So this is their soft introduction to telling you what they already is. That's the way I take it, tribe. You see what I'm saying? Soft introduction of telling you who I already am. You in there and overstand, because everything got to get revealed. You understand? So if they put the seed in the consciousness, you understand, you read something, you see something, you believe that is true. You understand what I'm saying? Or it conditions you into acceptance. You understand what I'm saying? Because you're seeing it more and more. So what is we seeing more and more? We're seeing more and more of strange ass, pink ass people running up on people on their homes and stuff, snatching people up. You don't went from the Latinos, okay, and the Hispanic people, who you calling immigrants, but some of them wasn't even immigrants. Some of them is American citizens. We still don't know all the way who they snatched and put in there and who they didn't, because they was running down on people. You know what I'm saying? They were running down on people, tribe. They were running down on people, though. Yeah, we going telepathic, agree, supreme consciousness, but yeah. So you don't even know who all in these detention centers. That's the first thing. They ain't even let nobody in that motherfucker. Bro, who knows who snatched? That's the first thing. So that was the first introduction to getting people used to just people running up on people and snatching them and taking places and you not seeing them no more, y'all. Okay, so now what is they implementing now? Now it's the martial law, because that's martial law, bro. National Guard in your city, arrest, to touching, detaining, doing anything is martial law until further notice, bro. They trying to put a nice ass word on it, talking about they dare to defeat the crime. It ain't never been about these people defeating crime, because they the biggest motherfucking criminals it is, bitch. Donald Trump made $3.5 billion in his last two presidencies, and this presidency ain't even halfway done yet. You think he did that shit by being honest? You think he ain't a murderer? He murdering people right now with all of these arms deals, trade agreements. What's the other shit that they put on people? Sanctions, murder. Look at his own goddamn cousins in Gaza. What the fuck he doing to them? But that's all right with these motherfuckers. Do why? Because some dumb motherfucker elected them. But you gonna go and run down on the little ass nigga on the corner who you done oppressed all day fucking life and held the gate on and toxified with fucking endocrine disrupting toxins and all kind of shit because you a pussy and you scared to see melanated people rise. And now you want to run down on the little man and make it look like you fighting crime to distract people from the fact that you are a fucking PDF file and a motherfucking criminal. Let's not forget that. You run it down on the little man. The little man ain't got access to ship them drugs into the country. Who shipped them drugs in the country? Who manufactured the guns? Is it them boys on the block that manufactured them guns, or is it your ass that manufactured them guns and you pushed them over there? So don't come to me after you done made a plan on my people and then try to make it look a certain type of fucking way when y'all is the worst and most degenerate bastards that ever got created out of a motherfucking petri goddamn dish. Boy, you better kiss my ass. The real criminals murdering masses of people right now. Cutting all kind of deals, human trafficking people in taxpayer planes. What we talking about right now? We running down on block people talking about that's the reason for the crime. When the real criminals is the ones up there that's setting up the system so the crime can exist? When did we get the crime in our neighborhoods like this? When we integrated with y'all sorry ass. That's when the fucking crime came. Y'all better kiss my ass on this. Excuse me. Y'all better kiss my ass on this, though. They could kiss my ass on it. That's who I mean by y'all, not y'all on the chat. Because I know they ass watching too. I mean that, bro. You not gonna set up no system, set up all of these gates, keep my people locked in all of these gates because you scared because we extraterrestrial, and you know if it was a fair slate, y'all would have been done. And this is melanated facts. You ain't better than us in nothing. You can't even leave us the fuck alone right now and go and have your own shit. Bitch, gone. Bitch, don't care no more. They can't even let us do that. They gotta come into your neighborhood. You already oppressed in a fucked up ass system. Crime high because these youth ain't got shit. A motherfucker can't be mad at a youth. Ain't nobody had them shit. Excuse me, but for real, ain't nobody had these youth nothing. What they ancestors handed them but slavery. We gave up our neighborhoods. We gave up our control. Half them brothers can't even go nowhere and find no job where they gonna make a surviving wage. What is we talking about right now? And then you want to act like they the fucking problem. No, this government is the fucking problem and always been the problem because they governing people's minds and they always been against us. And this is facts on facts. So this what I want to tell the YNs. Y'all fall back for a second. Let the earth do what it need to do. These people got a real expiration date, yo, and they know it, bruh. The only reason why they running up on y'all is because they want to get you roped up, bruh, put you in jail or something so they could fuck with your genetics or something so you can't ascend and turn into the being you supposed to be. It's bigger than the little ass picture, bro. That's why they running up on us so hard because they always been scary and they always will be scary. If you wasn't scared, you wouldn't be putting up all the gates, bitch. Because they know what we are and they know what the fuck coming. And they trying to get rid of you to decrease the numbers of us that they getting ready to have to battle with. Point blank, period. And it ain't gonna be no guns that they gonna have that's gonna be able to stop us. Ain't nothing that they got gonna be able to stop the real beings that's here and the ones that's coming. And they know this, man, and they know this, man. But certain people got the blood and certain people got the codes to control all of this. And some of them might not know who they is. And some of y'all probably do down there in that hood. Yo, sit your ass, fall back, bro. Because they ready to put the military on you before you can have your defense here. They ready to bomb y'all. They ready to kill and they ready to steal and every fucking thing that they can do and have done and will do again. Just look at the move, what they did to move when they dropped bombs. Just look at what they did to Tulsa when they dropped bombs. Okay, this is not the first time this sorry degenerate military done went against us, bro. But it's finna be the last. No, I'm sorry, but I get fired up on this, bro, because I could see the deception. And it's a time to strike, and it's a time to know when you got to fall back a little bit and be easy and just wait a second. Just wait a second, young YNs. I'm telling y'all, bro, because something finna happen to y'all so miraculous, yo, it won't be no explanation for what happened except for that you got to be a child of the Most High. And it ain't gonna matter if you got the blood, it's gonna be you. Sometimes it's just time to watch an enemy disintegrate, yo. They turning pink, yo. Limbic dysfunction. They ain't got about 2 or 3 years left at the best. Bro, just fall back. Take your ass to the country somewhere, my nigga, and just smoke your weed out there, bro. You hear me though? Like for real, fall back, bro. Fall back. Know when it's time to hold them and know when it's time to fold them. You understand? You gotta know how to roll them or whatever that fucking song is. Y'all know what I'm trying to fucking say. Don't always show somebody your hand, bro. And when somebody show you they hand, move accordingly, bro. You see what's happening in them cities. Not only do they got them lizard people running up on people as police or whatever, you understand, as National Guard or whatever, you pink than a bitch, you lizard than a bitch. You ain't even a human being. You a clone, bro. If you can't take the sun, you not even from this planet. Don't mess with me. If you turning pink in the sun, you not from this planet, bro. But you gonna run up on the original people of this planet in DC of all places, bro. The symbolism is harsh. The symbolism is harsh, bro. If you know about DC and you know about Benjamin Banneker and you know that he designed DC and you know that he was a melanated man and you know that they stole our titles and stuff because it was melanated people, melanated Moors and stuff who was the first presidents of this land. But even they got snaked out of their own shit for doing the okie doke fuck shit in the first fucking place. How the fuck you let your own clone outsmart you, stupid? You set up the system and then you let a clone run it. Boy, shut your mouth, leave me the fuck alone. Some bullshit. Excuse me, y'all. You know. Anyway, I ain't even gonna go down that gravy train. We ain't gonna talk about that tonight because I got about 7 more minutes. Then I'm gonna be on here. Then I'm finna let y'all go because I got pumped up. But for real, my G's, y'all, my knockers, it's a wonderful time to be alive, though. You can ascend like you ain't never ascended before. You just gotta take your mind off of the distractions. What do we have going on Tiamat? The same thing that's going on in us, tribe. You enter and overstand, it's the same thing that's going on in Tiamat. So our cells is splitting. We getting new codes, genetic codes and stuff like that. And she getting ready to split her cells and she doing different stuff too. Actually, she getting ready to give birth to the new earth, give rise to a greater consciousness, give rise to new lands. You understand? She got to purify herself. She's decaying. You understand? These people are parasites, yo. They've been on our planet a good 500 years at best, bro. 200 or 300 at worst, like 500 at worst, 200 or 300 at best, bro. They be changing history, changing numbers, changing math, trying to make it seem like they was alive and to be all kind of giving you a false Christ, all of this stuff. BC, nigga, please. This how you know they lying right here. They told you that these 100 records or whatever, 100-year records, that's what they keep on saying. It's a 100-year record, 100-year record. Do y'all see how pink these people is in 100 degrees? So if it was 100 degrees in 1838, first of all, what made it so cold? I'm gonna tell you what made it so cold. When they went through here and they wiped out all of your fucking ancestors like they tried to do again. They called it a reconstruction, but it was a mass depopulation of melanated beings all over this earth. So that froze the consciousness of Tiamat, and that made the planet get colder. The thought. Now this planet has what? Replenished itself. It's more melanated beings. Those generations done regenerated. You know, the generations that they wiped out when they wiped all of the beings off the planet and put these clones in our place. Because all of the planet looked like me and darker. You ain't never think what happened to your ancestors. That's why they bury everywhere. And some in unmarked graves. These people ain't did nothing great. All of these cities was already here, bro. They were shells, and these bitches move right in. They ain't even changed the names of the cities in some of the places. Look up there in Wisconsin, all of that stuff that's flooding because of the temples and stuff. That's indigenous names. That ain't no names these people came up. That's not from the English language. But they got you thinking. You understand what I'm saying? Like they been here so long and been in control so long, and they alive, bro. They alive. How you a god of Egypt? Egypt right over here, motherfucker. Tennessee, Illinois, all of that areas where Egypt was, Alabama. Okay, so if you gonna tell me what y'all call Egypt or whatever, because that's slave language. So you mean to tell me you was out there in that hot ass heat, and it's hot ass heat right now, and y'all ass collapsing with COVID? You mean to tell me you was a god of Egypt? Let them tell that on Netflix with the bullshit. Y'all was out in Egypt. Okay, motherfucker, please. Your ass can't even come out in the sun right here in Fort Lauderdale and goddamn Boynton Beach, Florida for more than 3 to 4 minutes at noontime during the day. So you gonna tell me you was in what you saying was Egypt, and you got Egypt looking like it was all desert? Nigga, please. It was a battle here, bro, a real battle. Man, you know, that story's for another time because I was getting ready to really hit it, but we ain't got but 3 minutes, and that story gonna take me another long time. So I'll probably put that on the next live discussion, and we could talk about the cosmic battle that went down and how they wiped out our indigenous ancestors, motherfucker, and they cloned these people out of motherfucking Ukraine and shit, and then they took Hitler's fucking plan, and then they made some more clones, and then they bust them clones in over here in the goddamn 1930s, and they put them on the record books, and they gave them our indigenous names, nigga, because we was the true Hebrews, nigga. Ibri, nigga. Ibri just meant that when we had the last 26,000 year reset, we crossed over the water, nigga. You know, the water of the Mississippi River, that's the real Nile. No, Victor. No, you could have let Victor's comment stay there because actually the Vikings learned everything that they learned from the Celts. Okay. And I already know about y'all, all right. And I figured some of y'all would come out. Because y'all the motherfuckers that's always been against the divine feminine. You the redheaded goddamn stepchildren, bitch, that we trained up, motherfucker. You could stay. We could go toe for toe with it. I don't care nothing about that. Cause y'all time up. And that's why you're on this chat looking scary We have a power loving beast. Yes, I am the beast, bitch. The beast that you feared that's here. Yes, I bear the mark, bitch. The real mark, bitch. The mark that's finna put all this shit that you got down. You welcome. You welcome. My question for you is, why your inorganic ass over here worried about us? Do you see me over on your chat worried about your pussy ass right now? Nope. See, you get what you looking for when you come to my page, bitch. Yeah, they time up and they afraid. And you should be afraid and you should be scared right now. If your ass turning pink, you should be afraid. Tick motherfucking top, bitch. We created you and now your time is up. We put a code in your genes. You want to know what we did when we put your ass in that goddamn petri dish? You sorry bitches. We put a genetic code in your ass. You had 3 goddamn generations. Add up from 1936 to now. You bought yourself a little bit more time when you integrated with some of us, and some of us made it with you, and some of us went with you when we was trying to pass. Some melanated women got with your old inorganic ass trying to fucking pass, and that's what gave y'all a little bit more time to pass. But just know this, as it's coming out my mouth, your day is done, nigga. Nigga, you through. And I'm calling you a nigga because that's what you is to me. I'll dust your ass off with your genetics, bitch. I'll tell your pussy ass what you really is. Because I really did the research. I know what your genes look like. I really did splice it. I really have looked at your cells. I really have had a security clearance. They really did use my research to goddamn make that fucking sorry ass vaccine, bitch. And if it wasn't for somebody like me, motherfucker, wouldn't none of y'all ass be alive right now, because that's what the whole field of fucking molecular biology was for. And Henrietta fucking Lacks and all of them goddamn cells and all of these fucking therapies that you're doing now with your cancer-ridden asses, because you inorganic and you ain't fucking real. And that's what it is. You a clone, bitch. If you wasn't a clone, bitch, you wouldn't need other people's goddamn cells to goddamn live, bitch. You had to take our fucking cells to live, bitch. You got to take our fucking blood to live, bitch. You got to go take the blood of animals, which are pasteurized animals that's been craftily pasteurized for your inorganic ass. Because if they wasn't, you can't even take the natural fucking food of the earth. Don't fuck with me. You can't even walk on the natural earth for a good amount of time. That's why you got all this motherfucking concrete, you parasite son of a bitch. Don't never come on my chat with the shit. Because I'll read your ass up and then I'll read your ass back down, bitch. I came to YouTube fucking ready. For as long as I be on this page. All right, y'all. And I had to let a couple people know tonight. Don't run up on me, bro. Because I'm spiritual. But just because I'm spiritual don't mean I ain't got both sides. I'm the dark and the light. I'll kiss you and then slit your throat. All right, y'all. Shit too real, honey. 422. You know, bro, don't play with me, bro. Don't. These people need to stop playing with me, bro. I don't care nothing about no racist, bro. And I'ma send some shit to you. Because once I see you, my motherfucking ancestors see you too. This is the dark bitch you really don't want on YouTube, because ain't shit fake about me. When I tell you your ass gonna drop dead, you fucking will. This the type of power y'all motherfuckers feared. And that's why you held our people down, bitch. But you gonna feel it. Nigga, please. No, on that note, y'all, I'm getting ready to go. I'm going to send y'all off in peace, power, and divine protection. Y'all stay dangerous. Y'all keep on ascending. Don't be distracted by inorganic beings that's over here worried about us and what we doing, because it ain't never gonna fucking be them. You ain't got to be distracted by them. You ain't got to be distracted by beings that ain't got no soul and ain't feeling nothing. That's why they can't over and understand nothing that we talking about right now. A motherfucker scared. These motherfuckers in fear because they don't know what the fuck going on with them. And I'm over here giving you a harsh truth right now that you do got a mandate and your motherfucking time is up. And on that note, good night, tribe. Y'all stay dangerous.